All right, just quickly, before we start diving deeper into the actual systems and protocols that enables DeFi on XRP, why should you want to use your XRP in the first place? So it's totally okay if you just want to hold your XRP on a hardware wallet or somewhere, right? And just wait for the price appreciation without ever using it, sending it, or manipulating with your holdings at any way. It's totally okay with that. But at the same time, most people are like that. Most people are doing nothing with their XRP and other cryptos as well, but this is specifically about XRP. You bought some, or you are constantly buying, and you are holding them. So it just sits in a wallet, or even worse, an exchange, waiting for a pump, waiting for that one day it will cost X amount of dollars, whatever. So idle crypto is a wasted potential. It's not bad, it's much better than holding money, right? But idle crypto is wasted potential because your crypto is an asset. What successful people do is using their assets to fund their lifestyles, right? Without ever selling the actual assets. So your XRP can generate yield on a daily basis and earn rewards and grow over time, build real cash flow, and you don't have to sell it. That's the key. You don't have to sell your holdings. You deploy some XRP to the lending protocols, you borrow against your XRPs, and you use that capital to generate yield or fund your lifestyle, do whatever else you want. I will explain it everything as we go. So you are not exiting your position, you are not selling your XRP or sending somewhere where someone can steal it. You are not actually trading with your XRP, and you are not, most importantly, gambling, trying to predict what's going to happen, send the money elsewhere, and expect some sort of a miracle. The yield comes from a very simple places. If people are trading on the DEX, decentralized exchange, every time they make a swap, they pay a fee. That fee goes to people like me and future you that provide liquidity into those pools so other people can trade, right? Simple as that. If no one trades on a DEX, there are no fees. You will not get any yield. If people are trading, you are getting the yield. The more people trade, the higher volume is in the pool, the more fees you get. The less people trade, the less volume is in the pool, the less yield you are getting paid. It's not magic. It's a very, very simple source of yield in DeFi. So think of it like this. If you have your XRP sitting idle, it's basically the same as having money under your mattress. Just in this case, it's not fiat dollars or something. It's an actual asset, like gold, for example, right? You have gold under the mattress. You are just holding it, which is good enough, but it's not the best possible solution, not the most efficient way to have gold or XRP, right, or assets. DeFi XRP is like money inside a machine that prints interest, right? So when you start to utilizing your XRP holdings in DeFi, you're essentially putting your XRPs inside a machine that you control that makes money. Another important truth: price appreciation is slow and unpredictable. You never know when or by how much the XRP will increase in price, right? If you look at a chart right now, you may see $2.20, right? Depending on when you buy, it's a good price for you or it's a bad price for you. depending on what's your opinion about XRP, it's cheap or expensive already at $2, right? But any kind of thinking, what will XRP cost tomorrow or after a week, a month, a year, is actually just a prediction. It's not controlled and it's not predictable. It's a prediction, but it's based off some sort of an opinion. Could be technical analysis, could be fundamental analysis, could be some sort of a famous influencer telling you that XRP will go to the moon or something like that, right? So it's prediction that is unpredictable, so to speak. While the cash flow in using your assets is consistent and controllable. It's fairly predictable, even though it's dynamic, it's always changing, but still it gives you a chance to predict how much you're gonna be earning, because, well, the volumes in the pool when people are trading are not changing dramatically, that one day you are getting paid 1% a day, let's say, and tomorrow you will get paid 0.1%. This 10 times difference is not gonna happen. You could see 2 to 3 times change in yield, but not tens or even more, right? So it's kind of predictable, but most importantly, it's consistent and controllable. So you don't build wealth by staring at the charts and trying to buy low and sell high. You don't build wealth by actually waiting. Yes, you can, but it can take a long time. And we see with XRP, it's been many years, and XRP is still trading kind of below the all-time highs that it printed in 2017, right? We've been pretty close to retesting that, but it's still trading below. So yes, you can wait for another 5 years or 7 or 10, whatever. But why not to simply make more money while you're waiting without actually selling or putting your XRPs at risks while you wait? Simple, right? So you build wealth by owning a productive assets, the assets that are not only increasing in price over time, but also gives you access to liquidity or makes you more money. Simple as that. It's a productive asset, not just an asset. So that's what DeFi gives you. And now, thanks to all the new tools and the new infrastructure that Base, Flare networks, Firelight built, XRP holders no longer locked out. That's it. You can actually participate in DeFi with your XRP and earn more XRP or other source of currency. It's up to you. So you finally have access to what ETH, BTC, Solana, Sui, and other communities have been doing for years. I've been participating in DeFi for many years. Most of my yield comes from Solana and ETH pools. But now, when I know that XRP can also be utilized, I feel the need to actually share that, explain that. And I've been explaining that on my YouTube channel everywhere, right? This program is just a very structured, step-by-step course, so to speak, so you can know exactly how and what to do, right? So that's the why. That's why you should actually do that. I'm not saying that you have to now send all of your holdings to DeFi and start making all of these moves, but you can start with little amounts. Start with a bit, right? And then see how you feel, see if you like it, see if you understand it deeply enough, right? And then if you feel comfortable, if you feel confident in doing that, you can scale the size. So first, build a knowledge base and strategy, and then scale the size. Simple as that. So that's your why. Hopefully I answered it pretty clearly. And now let's move over to the next lesson.